I was I was just talking to this lady, the children. There's some children going on a school field trip to the museum, and they're finally walking into the museum. Enjoy, y'all. I just love observing the children. I love observing people in general, but I really, really love observing children because they're just so funny, and they're just so fun, and they're just so freaking cool. Like, the children are so cool. They're just over there dancing. I'm like, they got some good dance moves. And just like playing patty cake, and I remember doing that, and one kid, I just saw a kid put another kid in the headlock, and I don't know, I thought that was funny. I feel like the boys should naturally go into wrestling growing up, because I just feel like that's kind of like in their nature, like if they're going to be warriors, and like boys and men kind of have like this thing with fighting naturally. But yeah, anyways, I'm already a minute in, that's what I'm talking about. But I was talking to this lady, and oh, hey, you.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful. And we were just talking about like life, mostly talking about like work and jobs and getting money to support yourself. And I was just like, I don't want to work nobody's job. I just want to do entrepreneurship. And it's just like, she's like, she hates her job. Well, no, I feel like she likes it. Like, she cleans the streets or whatever, you know. She's like, she told me she hates working a job, but she has to. She literally said, I hate working. These are the words that she affirmed in her life. And what we affirm is so important. I want to really highlight that. What are you affirming for yourself in your life? Because what we speak goes out into the ether, and it goes up, and it amplifies itself in all directions, in all dimensions, and that really makes it take form, which is why affirmations and what you speak to yourself is so important. It's literally watering yourself or wilting yourself. I like that. You're watering yourself or you're wilting yourself. And I was just like, she literally just said, I hate my job, but I have to. And she's like, you have to work. And it's just like you just don't have any other option but to work a side job. And I'm not against that. I'm not against it, because sometimes the way that we're setting up reality, that's the thing. And I just like to go deeper. I like to like dig really deep into it. And it's just like, that's the thing. Like, we're all confirming and affirming ourselves that we have to do this thing. There is no other route. Like, you have to step over. You have to go through this mud puddle. You can't. There's no way of going around it. Trying to jump. You can't. You have to go through it. And maybe is that the case, y'all? Because now I'm affirming it, right? Because everybody else is. So it's like, even if I see a different way and God has gotten me a different way, shoot, dang, I gotta go get this job because everybody else in the reality is doing it. So it's just like, that's the power of collective consciousness. That's the power. Like, imagine what we could do if we did mass group meditations. And it's just, I just wanted to highlight, what are you in your individual reality, even if you gotta do a side job. I just feel like, if what you affirm out loud to yourself, especially repeatedly, and especially if you truly believe it deep down, that shit will actualize into your reality. And like, just the intricacies of I see like these threads and these needles that we're like knitting. Is that cardio? That we're like knitting, and we're like knitting a blanket. And it's just like this etheric blanket that's creating like this ether net. And then that's literally what it is. So like the things that you speak, I see like the colors coming out of your mouth and going onto the palette as you're like knitting this white cloth. And what you're speaking, you're actualizing onto the fabric of the net work. And it just becomes reality. It's the hologram. So like, that's like what you see when you look out into the net. So I just feel like that's what we're doing. Like, that's what we're doing. So it's just like, I just truly, in my soul, like, I deep down inside my pussy, I do not believe that I have to do something that I don't feel aligned with. I don't have to do anything that I don't feel called to do, because that's going to put me in disalignment. That's going to put me in disarray. So why would I do that to me, like, why would I want to do that? And it's just like, and I told her I don't want to work. And we were just like having a conversation. And she was just trying to like speak life into me. And I really appreciate her efforts. But she was just like, just like, yeah, like no one can take care of me, so I have to take care of myself. And I'm just like, again, with the collective consciousness, if everyone would just be like, okay, we're a collective, we move as one unit. And I like to reference Polynesia because I love, y'all know, if you know how I move, you see me dance, obviously it's in my blood, I feel like, okay, I love me some Polynesia. And I just like, because I saw this post about Polynesia specifically, where they're just like this small island, right? They really believe themselves to be one force. They're like, they're not separate from each other. They're literally just one essence. And it's just like, if we saw each other that way, like, you are me, I am you, obviously I'm gonna give whatever I have to you, and I know it's gonna come back to me. And I know what you give me, I know that you'll do the same for me. It's like that trust, that sense of unity and connection that creates the collective consciousness, that creates the collective reality that we are experiencing together. And it's just like that is everything. That's all it is. That's the whole entire thing. So it's just like, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to work at anybody's job. And it's just like, and she just looked at me, it's like, well, you have to. And it's just like, but who is telling me I have to? Is it God? Like, if the if the game is vibration, frequency, energy, frequency, and vibration, then why do I have to co-sign false and organic contracts that siphon true essence of life? That's exactly what all of it is doing. That's the only way that we can create false paradigms. Anything that's built by human hands. I mean, look, I just feel like if you have to loot and take and invert, that's the only way that all of this, the false paradigm, can be created, is by inverting the organic energy. So a lot of it is just not in alignment with the true organic essence of our being. And there's nothing wrong with that, because look at all these buildings, these airplanes, all of this wisdom has always been here, but us utilizing it, we have to do certain atrocities in order to make these things take form and keep their form and to keep it going. So yeah, that's the whole thing. That's crazy. And it's just like some way, anyways, I don't want to get off track, but it's just like, what are you affirming in your life? What are you confirming? And that's why these affirmations and mirror work is so important. I need to get more on the mirror work myself, but I do my affirmations as best I can with my meridian tapping. I need to be more frequent with it, but like really doing that in the rising is top tier. And doing mirror work like right before you go to bed, getting dolled up, getting sexy, getting oiled up after a shower or light a candle. These rituals as a goddess, we are so magnetic. We are literally the physical incarnation, manifestation of the great cosmic goddess. We're living in the giant cosmic womb. Like literally, like you are literally the ocean. And I would say, man, I like the mountains. And it's just like, it was just so important for us to really stay in alignment. And I feel like one of the cultures is like Polynesian, Hawaiian cultures, that I just see like the alignment, how they really truly embody the yin, the yang, masculine, the Tao, and it's just so balanced and even. I see many other cultures do it too, but then there's always underlying abuse, which is weird, and they kind of like cover it up. But anyway, I just feel like American culture, I'm looking at American culture, modern American culture, and it's just like, we're so off. We're so like out of alignment with the Tao. And it's crazy. Like now women are fighting for their rights. Where else has women fought? Okay, women are always fighting for rights, it seems. But it's just like, again, with the underlying abuse. It's just like, I lost my train of thought. Looking around, women are literally fighting for their right to work corporate America, corpse, like. And now it's just coming full circle from the 60s all the way to now, for they were realizing this is not really it. More and more women are starting to reawaken into their true power and the true womb wisdom. Yo, this is not it, bro. Like, we're soft workers. We want to cook in the kitchen and take care of the children and birth the babies and start the gardens and those type of things, and make sure the home is kept a home, you know, while the men, the men, they bring the honey. And that's how bees work. You know, if you know anything about bees and beehives. But yeah, it's just like it's just questioning, like, why do we have to co-sign any sort of contract, any sort of affirmation, any sort of thing that's being pushed out and affirmed? Why do we have to co-sign it? Like, who is telling us? If I am God consciousness, an expression of God consciousness, I'm my own sovereign being, my own sovereign solar being of the cosmos. Like, why do I have to, like, that sounds so grand, doesn't it? Because we are grand even when we are small. It's crazy. It's just like, why do I have to co-sign? It's giving Marvel. Marvel is a whole another topic, but it's like, why do we have to sign we don't have to sign anything. We have free will. And it's just like, it just takes a wave of people. It really does. It's gonna take more than one person. And I don't know, I'm just wanting to push bartering and trading right now, and watch what you affirm for yourself, and really get on some positive affirmations. Like, really hold yourself at a very high regard, because all of our ancestral angels and sisters sisters and brothers and sisters beyond the stars, like, they're rooting for you, and they really hold you at the highest regard. And it's just like, are we really holding ourselves at a high regard? Because we have such power. Our will, our force, oh my gosh, our yes and our no's are so important. And our signatures that we sign on these contracts, bro, that signing in blood, sweat and tears, that's everything. And they know that, and they know this. But it's like, do you know this? And that's where we get stumped up. We can do whatever we want with our free will, but it's like, when you want to, ooh, man, sorry. It's a lot of women. And anyways, when, what was I saying? Fudge. When you, fudge! I totally lost my train of thought. So it's a lot of women out here that just be caked up, and I just be like, whoa, wow, that's nice. It's like, they know, but like, I think we get stumped up when we don't know our own power, and it's like getting inverted and used against us, and then we're complaining about the situation when it's literally our power that's being yielded but inverted. Like, it's just like, you have to know yourself. The deep dives are so important. And like, that's why I feel like me giving up all of these things that people telling me I have to do, and they have the tangibles to show for it. They have the money, they have the car, they have the house, and those things are so nice. I'm just realizing how nice it is, and that is so freaking nice to have your own shit. That's why I'm just like, I want my own shit, but I also want to do my business, my entrepreneurship, my brand, my empire that I'm building, not fueling somebody else's. Not that I'm against that. If you have to do that for a short time, that is nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. You gotta do what you have to do. So, but yeah. Okay. But yeah, I blinked again, and so yeah, that was the message. I'm just trying to keep. I'm trying to really keep awareness of my surroundings also while I'm doing this. But yeah, so my mind just keeps blanking because I get distracted by these humans. But know your own power, really affirm yourself, and do your mirror work as a goddess. These are mostly for my goddesses. I'm sure men probably will see this, but your power, your yes and your no is important. I'm talking to everyone, but everyone has feminine in them, but mostly to my goddesses, because we're a direct physical incarnation of the feminine in knowing your internal yielding and where you're directing it at is so important, because it really does take form over time. It's really like knitting a sweater. You don't like see each knit as like it's just one little knit, but like eventually over time it becomes a whole sweater. Now you got a whole ugly ass sweater, and you just like, dang, I gotta wear it. Like I feel like that's how it is. So yeah, you don't really have to do anything that you don't want to do, y'all. That's the truth of it. Like, we're cosmic beings. Like, we have free will to say yes or no, but also it only seems like we don't have a choice because it's a collective reality. Like, we're all collectively co-signing things to be existing as well. So it's like, that's crazy. So it's just like, even when we're still using money, even though money is like a promissory note that's just like, I owe you, and it's not backed by gold anymore, apparently. That's what they've allegedly. So it's just like, I don't know. It's like, how much weight does that hold? I just feel like if we want it to have value, we're just collectively putting that value on it, and we're playing that game. And I feel like games are supposed to be fun. Like, making money, and that's the thing. Making money can be so fun when you're doing your passion, when you're following your heart and living in your purpose, and you're doing what you love. You know, even if it comes with its challenges, it comes with its, it comes with its stuff, but it's just so worth it when you're just doing you, and you're really just living in your purpose and following that spark in your heart, rather than doing something that some middleman telling you, hey, you need to do this, this, and this, and you're just like, ugh, I'm not feeling it, I don't want to. That's your freaking divine guidance when you feel like you don't want to. Like, you feel like an absolute disgust at it, you want to cry, and it makes you depressed. Don't freaking do it. Don't do it. There's another way. God has another way. I refuse to believe that God has like this block put up. Like, there's just nothing else in the infinite sea of possibilities for us to partake in. I just don't believe that we're stuck in this reality where we just have to go get up and do this 9 to 5 that we absolutely freaking hate, and it gives us depression, and we really want to punch the freaking boss and the manager in their faces. Like, I refuse to believe that we have to succumb to ourselves to that. There's got to be another avenue for you to take. It's not like you're back up against the wall, and even when you're backed up against the wall, you can open a portal and jump through the portal. So it's just like, how much of your power are you tapping into? Because it all falls back on you. You're your responsibility. It's your responsibility to utilize your full power, or whether or not you do that. And it's just like, yeah, you have free will, you have power, and your yes and your no is so important. And they lean heavily on that shit. Like, they want your signature. They want you to sign these contracts. And that's why I just gave it up, because these contracts, a lot of these corporate contracts, a lot of these corporations are wicked, and they're just full of disdain. Like, they don't care. A lot of these companies, bro, I feel like I would just speak that it comes to the light about a lot of these corporations that are dumping in the oceans, that are making a lot of runoff and like literally polluting the land, and then tossing it to the indigenous people, and then trying to snag more fresh land to thus then siphon. And I've seen what it looks like when the land is literally siphoned. Not everybody has the eyes to see, but you can literally look and see the aura of the planet, and see the aura of the trees, and like look at a life being gone. Like, literally, you can just see it being sucked out of her. And it's just like, these corporations will be exposed. I'm not saying all of the businesses that exist are this way, but there's a lot of businesses that are becoming more. It's heightening now because our consciousness is rising, so thus the manifestations will shift with us. Oh, fuck. We're so powerful. The fuck? The lots of becoming more sustainable, biodegradable, and that's fun. That's fun. Okay. Super cute. I love this. I love the elephant. Okay, these are really cute.
What the hell?
Is that a dino? That is so random. I love that. See, I love seeing shit like that. Like, that's why I love this. I love this city, because you just see the randomest things, and it's just, anyway, lots of wheel contraptions, okay? But yeah, I always get sidetracked. But yeah, we're crazy powerful. And it's just about you taking your power back. And it only seems like we have to say yes to things that we don't want, because everyone's collectively doing it. So imagine if we just all collectively stop. We're such a force when we're moving together. One wave rather than little drops of water by themselves, because those dry out in the sun. But one whole wave of an ocean, the sun ain't gonna dry that out. I feel like that's a proverb. But yeah, I keep getting distracted by people. So I'm almost at 20 minutes, so I think I'm done. I think you get the gist of the video. It's just affirm positive things. Literally get hyped up about your essence. Really tap into who you are as a being, beyond your ego, beyond your survival modes, like beyond your mask. Really tap into that essence of yourself, and really hype yourself up, and really affirm yourself from that highest degree. Decree yourself from the highest degree, and like write that shit down, affirm that shit, do the mirror work, and like make sure you're doing the inner clearing as well, from your inner state of beingness. It's kind of like altering yourself, and just kind of like, it's kind of like tuning a guitar. Tuning yourself and like just clearing out what doesn't belong, what isn't a part of you, what you don't resonate with to the deepest level of your being. And that shit would just manifest. Like, what the fuck? I'm just like, that's where I'm at. I'm just like, the shit just manifests. Like, all of this shit is just holographic. Like, well, like, the planet is alive and breathing, and we literally are our bodies. Like, we are the planet. Like, the planet is mother. Ooh, canoeing, that looks fun. But like, all of these things, like, man, it's just atoms, and like, atoms vibrating, and we're just atoms. It's like formed a body, and like we're vibrating and we're moving, and the combustion of stars, and it's just like, what? This shit magic. Like, so why can't your life be magic? Why you gotta be doing something that you don't want? Why you gotta be doing something that you hate, that you despise? So what are you manifesting when you tap it, when you like literally when you pour your heart, your time, your energy, your blood, sweat, and tears into something that you hate? What are you creating for yourself? What is that going to manifest in your reality? So if you're giving your time to people that you don't like, people that don't love you, people like, dang, they don't care nothing about me, man, don't nobody ever love me, but you keep hanging around these people that don't make you feel like you truly are loved, and what are you going to manifest for yourself? And then you wonder why you keep attracting all of these experiences into your life. Is because you're not doing that for yourself. You're not holding yourself at the highest regard. So you're just going to keep drawing it to you. So what you participate in, what you give your energy to, you're going to just draw more of that to you. Even down to the most subtlest thing. It starts subtly, and then it grows, and it's like a ripple effect. It ripples itself outward. So something even as small as a job, as small as, okay, I'm just going to hang out with this not so great group of people because, you know, like, they got the whip, I ain't got no whip, like, I'm just going to go with them. Like, you just keep doing it, and you keep doing it, and now you just not, you're not being treated how you want to be treated. And it's just like, this goes down to our relationships, our jobs, our friends, our career, the finances, what we're magnetized, what we're able to even make, what we're able to even generate in any sort of form. All forms of life. Heavy with the relationships though. But yeah, that's that. And hopefully you took something from this video, because I feel like there was a lot to take from it. And I'm thirsty. But yes, stay bodied in you, breathed in your bliss.